Hey everyone, Camber here, helping you stay fit, and today, by request, I'm doing another full day of eating, specifically McDonald's. But the catch here is I can't just eat whatever I want. I have to stay within my daily calorie limit, which is 2,600 calories. You probably heard me say in the past 2,500, but I've been maintaining my weight for the last few months. I'm gonna bump it up just a little bit and see if that helps me in the old muscle gaining department. So the whole point of this is to show you that you can choose options that keep you full and are within your calorie limit. Most everywhere. We'll see how it works with McDonald's. So we'll see overall at the end of the day how much everything cost, how full I felt throughout the day, mixed with how good everything tastes. So we are starting out with breakfast. Obviously, we have a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, as well as an egg McMuffin. And then I have water right here in my own cup. Let's take a look at the app. I'll throw it up here. So for the egg McMuffin, we have 300 calories, so that's not terrible. Find it, 17 grams of protein. So 300 calories for a little sandwich, pretty good. And then also a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. 430 calories and 17 grams of protein. Altogether, that makes 740 calories and 34 grams of protein. And the first tip here is when you are eating out, you want to pick choices of things you like. Just like when I make low-calorie foods at home, I have lots of videos I can show you with what I eat in a day, typically to stay full. You want to pick stuff that you like, but you also need to consider how much that's going to cost. Not monetary cost, but calories. I think of calories as like, just like money. I have a certain amount for the day to spend. So I have a certain amount of calories for the day to spend. What is worth those calories for me? For example, a lot of people like to have hash browns. So hash browns are 150 calories. I'm not a big hash browns fan, but if I did want to have these and some hash browns, then maybe instead of getting this bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, which is 130 calories more than the Egg McMuffin, I could get 2 Egg McMuffins and a hash brown. So think about what you want and decide if it's worth it. I'm gonna get to eating though, because I gotta get to work here in a little bit. So that's a decent sized little sandwich, so let's go. So that was pretty good. A good amount of food, satisfying. I really like that. I guess it's raisins or something they have in those McGriddles. Tastes really good. Definitely worth the calories for me. Spending calories, just like I was saying. One other tip I would really suggest for you to get the app for the restaurants you like to go to. So when you are gonna be eating out, you can plan ahead and know what you should eat. You're in your right frame of mind. You're not really hungry thinking, oh, that large fry sounds good. That sounds good. I want all these different things. Instead, you can plan ahead and be like, okay, I have this many calories I want to use for lunch. These are the things I'm going to buy. And then you're good to go. And it's those little tricks that are going to help you remain within your calorie limit. Because at the end of the day, yeah, McDonald's, no one's going to argue that it's not healthy food. But it's calories in versus calories out that's going to allow you to maintain, gain, or lose weight. So if you eat the amount that you need per day, then you're not going to gain any weight. You could eat only McDonald's for the rest of your life. So I got to get ready to go to work. And then we'll get some more food on the way home. Thanks. I think it's all there. Now, where do I eat? So, I was planning on going inside to eat, but as you saw in the video, there's some construction going on and the inside is closed. So I've decided I'm just gonna eat the back of my car here for a little bit because I need to get up and stretch. 4-hour drive, I don't like sitting the whole time. So, what did we get for this round? I got a McDouble, a filet-o-fish, and then an apple pie. So these come in at 380 calories for the filet-o-fish. However, there's also, hold on, let me get my phone. Where is it? Filet-o-fish, 380 calories, right? 90 calories of that is tartar sauce or tartar sauce, depending on how you want to say that. I like the flavor of it, but I don't want a ton of it. So I'm gonna take some of that out actually, maybe half of it. So it'll probably be like 40 calories less. And then the McDouble, which I didn't even know they had these until about a month ago. I used to always get double cheeseburgers, but it's a lot of cheese. I wanted more meat, not as much cheese. And a McDouble is basically like a double hamburger with 1 piece of cheese. So I got that with no mustard or pickles. So that's 5 calories less for the mustard, no big deal. So we got 375 calories for that and 22 grams of protein. But look here, it's interesting. It says 400 calories on here when I pull it up. Whereas, and it said that on the menu up there too. But when you look here, it says 380 calories. So I don't really know which is which. I'm gonna go with 380 because that's the first thing that pops up and that's the lower one. But that's just a reminder to show you that, hey, these are averages. You can't expect that these are gonna be exact. One person might put more sauce on. The meat might weigh different amounts. It's just a ballpark to get you close to what you wanna be having, so you have an idea of it. So don't get crazy with the numbers, but you know, it's all good. So let's start eating some of this. I don't think I've ever actually had a fillet of fish before. And that is not a lot of sauce. That is 90 calories. So that's pretty ridiculous that I'm gonna wipe some of it off because about half of it's on the fish already. So boom, there's 50 calories, possibly. We don't actually know. Oh, there goes my stuff. All right, fillet of fish taste test with McDonald's in the background. It's a good piece of fish if you like fish. I mean, it's crunchy, the outside, so that's good. The tartar sauce isn't even really that good, so I could totally just get it without it and be fine. So that could be 90 calories less, which would make this thing 290 calories, which that's not bad at all. Oh, and protein amount, so call it 340 for this, 16 grams of protein, 375 for the McDouble with 22 grams of protein, and then 230 for the apple pie with a whole 2 grams of protein. So all that makes 945 calories and 40 grams of protein, and a Diet Coke, or Coke Zero. That was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Filet of fish is not bad. So I'll have to add that to the list. And like I said, this thing, especially if I got it without the tartar sauce, that would be a whole 290 calories. A medium fry is like 340 or something like that. So I like to get stuff like that instead of fries most of the time because that's more filling to me and I want to be more full. That's the whole point of this. Staying within your calorie limit while still feeling full. Although, I'll tell you the rest in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and get driving and finish the rest of this. All right, back on the road. I got my stretching in, you know, feel a little better from being cramped in the car, but it was pretty hot outside. So anyways, as far as feeling full, you know, you can only eat so much volume at these places with high calorie foods. And like this morning, it's been 5 hours since I ate breakfast around 7:30. It's around 12:30 now. So I didn't really feel full at all until the last hour leading up to getting this meal. However, I think I probably would have been more so if I hadn't been busy. I've been making phone calls, doing all kinds of stuff, staying busy the whole time. But if I was just at home doing my own thing, I eat a lot more snacks and stuff and eat higher volume, lower calorie foods, which I can put a link to a video somewhere to see what I normally eat in a day if you're interested in that. But so as far as satiety, I think it was more so me just being busy, which brings up the point. If you keep yourself busy, you're less likely to sit around and snack just from being bored, which is important. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this burger and then move on to dessert. Told them no pickles. They put pickles on it. Had one job to do. That apple pie was really good. And it was only, what, 230 calories? Like, when I did the Arby's full day of eating, one cookie, 450 calories. I didn't even get one. I'd rather have 2 apple pies for pretty much the same calories. So pay attention. That's why having these apps is important. You can look ahead, see how many calories those desserts have, because you can easily pound a lot of cookies and not realize you just had nearly 2,000 calories. So important there. But one thing I'll remind you of, Coke Zero, like I said, if you got a regular large Coke, around 300 calories. That is a lot. So this, pretty much 0 calories. And especially with meals like this where I don't have a lot of volume of food, this will kind of keep you busy drinking, you know, not just snacking on stuff. You got the carbonation, some flavor. So I like to do that, especially if I'm driving for a long time, because it's easy to sit here and just snack on stuff. Oops. My car's talking to me. But yeah, and you might think, oh, there's artificial sweeteners, that's not healthy, you should get regular Coke. Do you really think regular Coke is healthy for you? No, if you're going that route, just get water then, you know. Be straight up clean, no sugar, no artificial anything water. That's it. But we got about, I think, like an hour and a half or so till I get home. I'm gonna work out after that, so I think this will hold me over fine till I get home. Once I start working out, I'm not hungry at all while I work out, so it'll end about an hour after that. So it'll probably be a good 5 hours for the next meal, and I should be good. So remember, exercising will suppress your appetite, give you something to do, take your mind off eating. See you in a bit. Oh, it's all good. I'm getting Happy Meals. Oh, hope it's good. I'm eating a lot tonight. I'm super hungry because this food is not very satiating. Off to the pool.
I got two. Things will change in the pool.
So we got food for everyone, and not just me tonight. Hence all the Happy Meals and all the kids at the pool. So let's see what we got now. Once again, we have an apple pie, so we already know that's 230 calories. And then a fry, a small one, which is only 220 calories, so good to go there. And once again, these are estimates because one person might stuff this thing a lot and another might hardly put any, so these are ballpark numbers. And then finally we have a deluxe crispy chicken sandwich, no mayo. It says 530 calories, right? With 27 grams of protein, and obviously the fries and the apple pie hardly have any protein. However, this is where I want to show you that like labels kind of lie about a lot of stuff, and we can't really trust them. So when we look at the ingredients for this thing, we have 530 calories minus 100 for the mayo, and there's another 10 for the tomato and the lettuce. So if you took all that off, this thing would be 420, right? So let's look at the regular crispy chicken. This one, all it has is butter that the other one doesn't. So if you take that 35 off of 470, well, that makes 435. So they end up being the same sandwich, but one's 435 and one's 420. And you might say, well, that's only 15 calories. That's not a big deal, but I have a hard time believing that the exact same sandwich, one's the deluxe, doesn't have butter on it. So I would assume that this actually has another 35 calories, putting up around 455 with nothing else. So once again, you can't totally trust it. Just like earlier when we saw the McDouble was like 400 on the screen and then another screen said 380. So just remember, these are ballpark numbers to get you close. Don't take it as gospel and trust that, oh, I know exactly what I'm having right now, because it's all estimates and it's not a big deal. It's just have an idea of what you're eating so you're not going crazy. But, oh, and another Diet Coke. I usually don't get this much Coke, but the last hour before I started working out, I started getting pretty hungry because this is not very satiating food. So hopefully this will hold me over till dinner, or not dinner, till tomorrow morning, till I go to bed. Let's see if I got this because it's like they're trying to imitate Chick-fil-A, so let's see how good it actually is.
It says cold water color change. It turns
Okay. Okay, that's good. It's no Chick-fil-A sandwich, but this is definitely, I can tell, going to be more filling than a hamburger. So next time I'd have to go for more of these throughout the day.
I didn't realize it still fell on the ground.
Ooh! I didn't realize that was ketchup on it.
It kind of fell.
He's a toy. He got ketchup on his face.
Here.
Can you just lick his face? No, don't. Honey, use a napkin. I was gonna say McDonald's, not very satiating, but this chicken sandwich might have just redeemed it, because that was actually quite good and pretty filling for McDonald's food. And with the fries, got a small fry because I've said in other videos, stuff like that, if you want to get it, that's cool, but get the smallest amount that makes you happy. Like I could throw back a large fry, no problem. That's like almost 500 calories. Whereas that, I get the taste of the fries, it's not a ton, I'm good to go. Apple pie. I feel pretty full now. It is only 7 o'clock and I probably won't go to bed for 4 hours. So we'll see at bedtime. But McDonald's here, definitely not a good staying lean food. A bulking food maybe, like right here. If you're bulking, definitely a good choice. But leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you thought of this, what kind of foods you would pick. Oh, and apparently, if your spouse doesn't like fish, don't get the fish sandwich, because when she was recording me during that workout session, she kept saying, "What does that smell?" And it turned out it was my breath, and it smelled like what?
Cat food.
Cat food breath, apparently. And I brushed my teeth and she said, "Oh, better." And then about 5 minutes later, nope, still cat food breath. So, I guess be careful with what you pick. But yeah, like, subscribe, Camber Fitness. We got a lot of cool stuff there. I may give you a little update before I go to bed to see if I'm actually full from all this and see if this was a success or a bad idea. So we're back and just got a fresh new haircut here, looking a little better than this morning. But I forgot to tell you guys the total calories and protein for the day, like a total amateur here. So final calories for all the food, 2,605. Like it's really exact-ish, we'll call it that. So plus or minus 50 to 100. So, you know, close to what I expected, depending on what the McDouble and the actual McChicken, whatever, McEverything is. But you know, like I said, it's a ballpark. And then 108 grams of protein. So not really great on the protein there. It's about 60% of what I would want for having my body weight in grams of protein. However, part of that would be due to me. Like, for example, if I didn't get any fries and didn't get the apple pies, I could have had another, that rhymes. I could have had another like fish sandwich. Although, could I have that, Jill? No more McFish or whatever they call them. I can't get that anymore. I have to brush my teeth again because she still smells it. But I could have something like another one of those and another Egg McMuffin, and that would probably put me close to around like 140 grams of protein, which is around 80%. So that's a little bit better for the muscle building side. But you got to remember that, you know, carbs and fats are also protein sparing if you're not trying to cut down, blah, blah, blah. I've talked about that in other videos. Total price was only around $27 for the whole day. Satiation, I started getting hungry. I've been drinking water, and if it wasn't for those Diet Cokes holding me over longer, it probably would have been a lot worse. So like I said, as far as satiation, I could have gotten some other things as well that probably would have filled me up more than fries and apple pie, but I like that. But one thing that's been tough is I like to eat some popcorn while watching The Office, and I can't do that. So tomorrow I'm going to make up for it. I'm going to have 2 bags of popcorn. But anyways, I hope that was helpful for you. Remember, this is all to point out that you can maintain your weight. It's all about calories in, calories out. That doesn't mean this is healthy, okay? It's not about healthy food. It's just saying you don't have to make bad, unhealthy choices just because you're going out. So think ahead, plan, use those apps like I was talking about. It's a really easy way to do it. Plan ahead, plan for success, and you'll do fine. So once again, like, subscribe. We'll see you again in the next one. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a different restaurant. And I'll see you soon.